Hey guys, this is Coach Heath with UVE. It's my first video for this channel, and it's going to be how to conventional deadlift like a powerlifter. If you're just getting into deadlifting, you may think that the conventional deadlift is one of the hardest things to learn because of just preventing backgrounding or just picking up something heavy may be foreign to you. But honestly, it's really one of the easiest movements to learn in powerlifting once you get used to it. Two things that really helped me learn was my coach, Andy Morales, and then Alan Thrall's 5-step deadlift video from his YouTube channel, Untamed Strength. Those two videos really helped me a lot learning how, and Steve DeNovi as well. Watched one of his videos on his YouTube channel. But in my experience these past few years of being in powerlifting, I kind of have accumulated it to more of an 8-step deadlift approach for me, starting off with foot placement under the bar. A good cue for foot placement whenever I'm going under the bar is having the bar over your midfoot. One thing that helped me learn was that whenever I had a pair of deadlift slippers when I used these, was to place the bar kind of in the middle of these two straps, more so on the side of this one, like right across here. It really allowed me to put the bar over midfoot and to produce the most power. I wasn't too far away from the bar, and I wasn't very close to the bar either. So it just put me in the best position possible for me to pull my conventional deadlift. The next step will be hinging down to the bar. Now, you see a lot of deadlifters kind of do it wrong. Even if they are very strong, they will tend to squat down to the bar, and this is a deadlift. This is not a squat. So hinging down, creasing at your hips, and kind of doing an RDL, which is, RDL is a movement within itself, but it's the first part of a conventional deadlift. And in this video here, you can see me performing the hinge down to the bar. After hinging down to the bar, I tend to pull the slack out. So I'll place my hands around where the knurling begins, like right here, just outside my legs. And so there will be the smooth, and there's the middle knurling, and then smooth, and then there's the two knurlings there. So I'll grab that, and the second I grab that, I grip it with my hands, my back tenses up, pull my triceps like near my lats tense up, and so do my hamstrings. I'm pulling all that tension out of the bar. After pulling the slack out of the bar, this is whenever you wedge your shins toward the bar, and then you initiate the deadlift movement. After you have wedged into position, this is whenever you begin to pull the bar. So whenever I pull the bar, I think of keep on my shins, chest up, hips forward. The last part of the deadlift is the lockout. With the lockout, you want to make sure you're as rigid as possible. You don't want your shoulders drooping forward. You want them in a good locked position. You don't want them too back either, because it could cause your knees to unlock, because you need those to be locked as well. You just be as rigid as possible whenever you're locked out to avoid red lights in competition if you want to compete in powerlifting. I'm going to end off this video with some frequently asked questions from some of our clients. The first one we're going to address is returning the bar to the floor. Now, you may see in a lot of commercial gyms, people just either drop it from the top, just letting it go and letting it slam onto the floor and being obnoxious. And you may see some people just go down and slam it into the ground. Now, in competition and to just look not silly in general, you just want to, after you lock it out, you want to return it down to the floor. You don't have to go slow if you don't want to, but you don't want to slam it either. You just kind of be natural with it. Whatever you feel, whenever you go back down to the ground, just let that happen. The next one is about form breakdown of the deadlift. Form breakdown can obviously lead to injury, but with higher end weights, and if you're going for a PR, sometimes it's really impossible to not have that happen at all. I mean, just a little bit of upper back rounding is not going to hurt you at all, especially in the conventional deadlift whenever you are doing high end loads if you're maxing out or having a RP 9 to 10 rep on that day. It's really not going to bother you that bad. It's okay. As long as you don't train like that all the time, it's going to be all right. This next one is pulling harder. Now, you may see, especially on Instagram, a lot of Q&As with higher level athletes that have Instagram accounts that will post, just ask me questions sometimes. Sometimes people will ask them, how do I get better at deadlifts? And they'll reply, pull harder. it's really a good tip. I mean, it may seem like very just like not helpful, but it is a very, very good tip. Like have had many friends, including myself, whenever I'm pulling and I just drop the weight and I know I could have grinded it out. You just really need to just pull harder. Like that's simple as it is. You cannot drop that weight. Like my friend Caleb, he had a meet last October. Whenever on his third attempt, it just looked like he was going to get it, and then he ended up dropping it. And then at his next two following competitions, he had great deadlift meets because he would literally just was like, I just have to pull harder. You simply just have to pull. Can't drop the weight, man. You want to get those white lights, you can't drop it. This one is stolen straight from Alan Thrall. There's a lot of athletes who like tend to move the bar before they start the deadlift. Now on the platform, of course, you want to get into a good position because, you know, if it's on the live stream, there's going to be camera angles. But if you're in the gym, just don't worry about moving the bar so much. And then also whenever you approach it, don't move it with your legs and don't move it with your hands. It's there. You set yourself according to the bar. Don't set the bar according to you. This last one is about arm tension and your head position. So with your arms, you want to make sure your arms are loose whenever you're going for the deadlift. Sometimes I'm guilty of just tensing too much whenever I go. So whenever I initiate the pull, it just looks like my arms flex a little bit. You really want to make sure those arms are loose. You want to stretch those arms as much as you can, kind of lengthen them down to the bar. And then whenever you pull, there's not as much room to travel. Because if you're tense, your arms are going to be shorter. So you want to avoid that as much as possible. And then for head position, you want to maintain very, very neutral. You don't want to deadlift like this. You don't want to deadlift looking down, because whenever you deadlift like this, you're more liable to hitch. Whenever you deadlift looking down, you're more liable to drop it. That's going to be all for the deadlift tutorial. How to conventional deadlift like a powerlifter. Thank you for watching the video. I really, really enjoy making this kind of content, so please let us know whatever you want us to make next. Thank you.